Hi, welcome. My name is Gabriela Rodriguez and I'm the Executive Director of Future Leaders of America, and I'm here with our Dancing with Our Community stars from the Salsa Festival, Richard Castañero and Diana Terry. And we'd like to have a conversation just about your experience in the Salsa Festival and tell us a little bit more about what you did and what it took to get to become the champion of the Salsa Festival.
Well, I started off about a month ago with an amazing teacher, Diana Porter. She took me from scratch to the winter circle. When I first started, she taught me the basic step, and we kind of just went through a process we were building, and you could probably share more about that, Diana.
Sure. My name is Diana Porter David. Anyway, when we started, as Rick saying that I pretty much teach you the basic first, and after the body, the lead, and then everything, and all together the body comes together, and it's not dancing. So today, that I was very, very surprised and shocked for the result. So he deserved to win.
And Diana, I know you've been dancing for many years, but you've been doing the segment for Dancing with the Community Stars at the Salsa Festival. This is your third year, right?
Yeah, this is my third year.
Can you share a little bit about the experience of working with Richard and Future Leaders of America and how that may be a bit different?
Richard is very easy to work with. So he listens, he's a good follower, and he does what I tell him to do. And that's why he won.
Very hardworking. And Richard, have you ever danced salsa before? What was new or different about your experience doing this community event?
Actually, I've avoided salsa for a long time. I always thought of it as my parents' music or my parents' form of dance, and I was born to hip hop, that kind of thing. So when we first started, like one of the first things when I was learning the basic step, Diana kept telling me, stop bouncing, stop bouncing. And in hip hop, when you dance hip hop, you bounce a lot. So I had to make some big adjustments. But once we got over the basic stuff, then Dinah started showing me some of the things we were going to do in the festival. And one of the moves that we did was called a neck drop. And when she first showed like what we were going to do, I was like, oh no, I'm not going to do that, because I didn't want to drop her. But basically the neck drop, you reach around a person's neck, and then the female's neck, and then you swing your arm down, and she gives you her body weight, and so she'll go low, and then you toss her back up. And so that was one of the moves we did. And during the whole time we were practicing it, I was always kind of nervous about it. But we did it, and it was great. I had a wonderful experience doing this. One of the things I discovered was how warm and friendly the Salcedo community is. They're just a bunch of great people who, when they go to like a club, it's really about dancing. It's not about ego. It's not about being cool or drinking it's about family, and it's about dancing and helping each other have a good time. So I feel very blessed to have gone through this experience to meet Diana. She's an ambassador of salsa in this area. Like when people would find out I was learning from her, they're like, oh, she's the best, and got very excited. So I had an amazing time, and Diana was a great coach.
Great, wonderful. Wonderful. So you're an ambassador for Salsa Festival, not only the Salsa Festival, but in general. So for any non-dancer out there, what would you say to somebody who maybe claims to have two left feet?
They actually is easy to learn.
It's easy to learn.
Yes, because it's all about the mind. If you think, you put your destination in front of you, and you want to get there, you will get there. If you don't, then you will never do it. So it's all about positive and think and be able to actually get there.
Okay, and I know you were dancing for a charity, so you'll tell me a little bit more about that charity and why you accepted the challenge of the Salsa Festival.
Well, I accepted the challenge of the Salsa Festival because when we're meeting at the FLA board, it kept coming up that this would be a great opportunity for FLA, Future Leaders of America. And at first, I think none of us were interested because we all had 2 left feet there. So we're kind of like, oh, well, let's talk about it next meeting. And finally, about the 4th time it was brought up, I said, you know what, I'll do it. Let's just end this conversation. So I volunteered, and once I volunteered, I had no idea what I had volunteered for. When I went to my first practice, Diana had me started on the basic step, and I was like, oh, this ain't so bad. This is kind of easy. And then she told me, you know, you're gonna be dancing in front of like 50,000 people. And I heard that at the announcement for the kickoff, and all of a sudden I started shaking in my boots. I had no idea I was going to be.
It became real.
It became very real. And then I started meeting the other dancers. And even when I met Diana, I was like, oh wow, she looks like a good dancer, you know. And it was a little intimidating, but she was so warm and friendly, and she, you know, started to instruct me right away. And she kept telling me, you know, just focus on what you want to learn now, and you'll be very successful. So. Future Leaders of America was very important to me though, and it has been since the 8th grade. I went through the program myself, and it really put me on a college pathway and a professional pathway, because as soon as I went through the program, I learned public speaking, I learned goal setting, I learned time management. All these basic skills really gave me a foundation to succeed. And once I went to Berkeley, I used my time management, I used my public speaking, and all those things helped me get through my undergrad experience, and eventually I earned a MFA from UCLA in film. So FLA has been very dear to my heart. I was involved with it back then, and then I left for about 15, 20 years or so, and now that I've come back, I do everything I can to help FLA succeed, because we know every kid has potential, but what FLA does is it instills the self-esteem, the courage to take risks and succeed. And so part of me is like so happy about this experience, because I feel like I modeled, you know, like you can have potential, but you have to have the courage to follow through with it. And we had a lot of fun doing it. And once we won, I felt like a giant load was off my shoulders, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful experience.
So what's next? Is this the end of your salsa career, or are you like, what is next? This is just the beginning.
Well, you know, Diana has scheduled us to perform August 6th at EOS in Santa Barbara. So we're going to be performing at a salsa club where there's going to be a live band. And
will you go out to house parties?
if we can raise funds for FLA, we definitely will.
Sounds like the next fundraiser.
Yeah. No, but Diana has been very gracious. She's committed a year to volunteering with FLA in either teaching youth how to dance, or doing fundraising type activities for us. So we've been very blessed to have her join our team, and we hope to continue to share the great experience of salsa. The community is wonderful, and I think it's a very positive thing that we can share with everybody.
So this could potentially be the beginning of the Future Leaders of America salsa dance team, right? I mean, you came out to the summer leadership camp that just happened. You came out and taught students salsa.
Definitely. Well, my experience with that is like, it was, I was very humble at the same time, because I'm looking at these children, these kids that definitely need help. They need the change in their life. They need motivation. They need somebody actually to lead them to at least the right path, so that way they can succeed in the future. Because at this point in today's society, that our children need us, and we have to lead them. We have to walk them through all the process in life at the same time, not just family, but business as well. So that's very, very important. So I'm here to offer my help. If FLA would like to have a salsa dance team, but with Rick's help, is definitely, and also Melissa Rodriguez is the one that is actually Kim, and then mentoring Rick, and then so we're all gonna work together to make that happen.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to teach our students to dance through life. Thank you so much for your time and for being with us here today.
The pleasure is ours.